let's talk about summer box office analysis.
Yeah.
And there's been quite a bit of it lately. But here you have notes for the story.
Yes.
Summer box office 2025, admissions plus 1 million to 275 million. Disney wins at 1 billion. Warner Brothers surges. But why isn't anyone excited? Because movies would succeed failed to perform. Superman limping to 600 million. Marvel's 3 superhero films.
Not even a billion combined.
Not even, none of them. Yeah. Alan, give it to me straight.
All right. Well, the summer box office tells a story of tempered expectations, uneven wins, and cautious optimism. While the $3.67 billion total matched last year's numbers, media headlines skewed cynical because early forecasts predicted a post-pandemic record of $4.2 billion. Expectations, one insider called audacious and false hope. The summer started strong with the hits like Inside Out 2 and Deadpool versus Wolverine at 1.28 billion combined, or 35% of the entire season's revenue. Yet the wealth was even more spread than last year, with 11 films crossing 100 million versus just 9 in 2023. As one observer noted, it's not that theatrical is dead, pointing out Netflix even embraced theaters with K-pop Demon Hunter earning 19 million in 2 days. Disney led overall with 1 billion, powered by Lilo and Stitch and Fantastic Four First Steps, but it was still down 32% from Deadpool and Wolverine and Inside Out dominance. Universal held steady with Jurassic World Rebirth at 340 million, and How to Train Your Dragon at 262 million, with Paramount grew 12% with Mission Impossible Final Reckoning and a Naked Gun reboot. Sony struggled the most, down 66%, despite modest wins with 28 Years Later. Analysts blamed strike-delayed scripts and poorly timed releases, saying titles like Karate Kid Legends and Megan 2.0 might have performed better in less crowded windows. Looking ahead, a major NRG study offered hope through Gen Alpha under 12, the only demographic preferring theaters, 49% over viewing at home. Gen Alpha, they're saying. Analysts suggest giving young audiences generational ownership of event films, as with Barbie's viral pre-release buzz, and investing in formats they love, like premium large formats and 3D screenings. Ultimately, one studio executive summed up the season's lesson bluntly: if summer taught us anything, it's about what's skippable. 69.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is also people, are just, it's the whole thing with streaming, right? I can skip it. Now, I am not a normal moviegoer. I'm a heavy user.
Mm-hmm.
I can see up to 4 movies a week through AMC A-List. I usually see at least 3, and I'll see movies I would not have otherwise seen because I have that ability. But for the most part, most people do not have that. They see maybe a movie a month, if that. It takes a lot to get people to the theater now. Alan, what do you think?
Look, last year we had Inside Out 2 and Deadpool and Wolverine. What came out this year that came close to the excitement people had for these movies leading up to it, and the excitement people had walking out from it? Nothing. Not even Superman and Fantastic Four. The leading into it, it was mediocre at best, the buzz. And coming out of it, people were just meh. I mean, to me, again, I resist the idea that the movie business is dying or the theater business is dying. It's the movie business that's dying because these studio heads don't know how to make movies anymore.
Well,
and I think the strike is a part of it, but again, looking down the road, what are we looking forward to next?
Well, here's the thing. This past weekend, the number 2 movie at the box office was released 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Jaws came out 50 years ago in summer 1975. Now it is 50 years. Now, and then Guess what's coming out later? Batman and Batman Returns is in theaters now at AMC. Back to the Future is coming out in October.
Halloween, yeah.
During Halloween. The Spider-Man movies are also coming out.
Yeah.
We need to, Alan, this is a good project for you. Look at the box office for re-releases this year.
Mhm.
What is the combined box office for the movies that were re-releases this year?
Yeah.
It will be significant, including things like anime, foreign films, mainstream Hollywood movies. People are liking less and less, including worldwide. The market in China is not what it used to be.
Yeah.
It's not.
You can't count on it.
Hollywood wants to blame everyone but itself.
Mhm.
It's the product.
Yeah.
People are not responding. They think
they're producing great movies. You know, that's why they blame us when it doesn't fail, because to them, they were great. How can 2 weeks ago, my daughter went to the Frida Cinema. We went to see a John Wayne movie, A Quiet Man, and John Ford movie. We showed up a little bit late and we had to sit in the front row. That's how crowded that theater was for a John Wayne movie.
It's classic movies. This is with a lot of things now. There's a lot of this is a rant for another time, but there's a whole retro looking back, whether you're talking architecture on a Cracker Barrel or Taco Bell or McDonald's, what they used to look like in the 70s as opposed to now, or pining for the Pizza Hut experience in the 80s or 80s or 90s. Like, these people are really pining for retro experiences. And those films were bangers at the time. When you look at the year 1982, how many amazing films came out that year? We haven't had a modern year that was like that, with so many great films in one year. Look, I'm not saying great films aren't made today. They are few and far between.
Yeah.
And will they survive? We shall see.
Well, just the fact that when you and I talk about what we're going to review on Friday, and we'll get a big tentpole movie, and then for 2 weeks we'll get nothing.
You know what we'll do? We're going to have that conversation now on the show.
Yeah.
Because we would do that anyways. But I want to go to your comments.